Hi everyone, Tutu Mora here with the Y, bringing you tools to feel well in your body, mind, and spirit. So today we're going to be working with a pretty classical Pilates movement called the 100, and it's a very effective way of creating strength and stability in the core, in your abdominals, in your pelvic floor, which all together are responsible for helping keep you upright, helping you walk, helping you run, helping you bend over and squat down. So very important to keep this space active and strong. And so we're going to be building up to that 100 movement and then working with that with some modifications. So all you need is a yoga mat or a soft surface on which to lay down, and I'll meet you down on the mat. Okay, so let's just go ahead and lay down, feet hip distance apart here. And let's just start as we always do with a couple deep breaths. Let's bring that breath all the way down into the low belly. Nice big exhale. And let's take two more here. Really bringing that breath in all the way down. As if you could breathe into the back of your body, and so feeling your body make a little bit more contact into the mat. Let's take that one more time here. Nice deep breath in. Breathing into the back of the body, and nice big exhale here. And let's take a pelvic curl. So if you haven't done that with us before, what we're going to do is we're just going to lengthen that tailbone and then just slightly curl that up towards the back of your knees before setting that back down. So another helpful cue can be if you visualize those back pants pockets that you have on your jeans. Basically, you have your weight right now in a neutral pelvis. You have it sort of equally between the bottom and the top of those back pants pockets. So when we take our pelvic curl, we're shifting that weight to the top of the back pants pockets as we take that pelvic curl. And then when we uncurl, we're shifting that weight back down, equal distance between the top and the bottom of the pants pockets. And then we'll take that one more time, just curling up, warming up that lower lumbar spine here, and then we'll set it back down. So, the Pilates 100 requires us to put our legs into shelf. So what that looks like is basically just making your legs into a tabletop. Ideally, we want to have a nice 90-degree angle here. However, I want you to see how that feels on your spine. So ideally, we want to create and keep a stable spine. So we don't want to have an arch in the back in order to accommodate that movement. So if you feel like it doesn't feel good to have your legs in shelf, it doesn't feel good in your low back, definitely you can either put one leg on the mat and have your other leg in tabletop, or you can keep them both down on the mat. So feel into that, and whatever feels good for you. I'm going to have my legs in shelf for this movement, but I might do a couple just to show you what it looks like in those modifications. So I'm going to have you bring your hands around to cradle the back of your head, definitely keeping your head heavy in your hands. And we're just going to take a couple chest lifts here to start. So I want you to feel like you're lifting up from what would be your bra strap across your rib cage here. So lifting up from that space and letting that sternum remain heavy. It's going to be a small movement here. And then we're going to set that back down. So let's do that a couple times, nice and slow, making sure to keep that spine stable and heavy on the mat. So we don't want to arch that lower back in order to accommodate this movement. And we'll take two more here. Sometimes it helps to give a big exhale before you come up into your chest lift. Again, lifting and reaching through that bra strap across the rib cage. The last one. Resting back down. So, moving into the 100 here, you're gonna lift up into your chest lift, bring your arms around to your sides, and my modification of this, instead of fluttering here 100 times, we're just going to make some circles here with our arms. Again, keeping that lift through that bra strap rib cage. Tucking that chin. And then we're gonna reverse those circles. You can slowly bring your hands back around to cradle your head, lift or rest back down. You can rest your legs down as well and just give yourself a little break. And we're gonna do that again. So on this next one, I'll show you what it's like to modify this, keeping your legs on the mat. So we'll lift up into our chest lift. Again, same thing, reaching through that bra strap rib cage area versus leading with your neck. So find that chest lift, sinking that sternum. Bringing those arms around to the sides. And finding that slow circular motion of the arms, which is going to help you challenge the stability of your core here. And reversing those circles. And resting back down. So we'll do this a couple more times. I'm going to show you this next modification. So we're going to bring one leg into shelf. So find that right angle tabletop here, making sure to keep your pelvis stable. So even though you have one leg in the air, we don't want that pelvis to shift. We want to keep an equal pressure through both sides of that pelvis. So finding your hands cradling the back of your head, lifting up through that bra strap rib cage. Bringing the hands around. And we'll do the arm circles here. If you want to play around with doing them slow versus doing them fast, I kind of like to do them slow because I can feel how things want to shift, and I can shift in response to that to make sure everything stays stable and in alignment. And we'll reverse those circles here. Resting back down, resting that leg down, and we'll take it to the other leg. Now it's up to you if you want to do all of these with your legs in shelf, you want to take them all on the mat, or do this single leg. But I'm just showing them all to you so you can work with what feels good for your body today. So we'll come up into your chest lift, bring those arms around. And we'll reverse those circles. Keeping that lift through the rib cage, bra strap area. And then you can bring your hands back around, resting them back on the mat, lowering that leg. And let's finish with another pelvic curl here, just to feel into that difference. So again, just lengthening through the tailbone, finding that little curl. And you probably notice that you have a little bit more articulation. It feels a little bit smoother and a little bit more fluid. And you can set that right back down. So, I hope you all enjoyed this little challenge to your stability, and I hope you found it supportive. I'll see you back here next time on the Wise YouTube channel with more tips to help you stay feeling well in your body, mind, and spirit.